Hello and welcome to Unabashedly Resolute Podcast on Magic is Essential Radio. I'm your host, Wes Mullins, here to take you on a journey of life. We will dive into the diverse topics ranging from God, politics, health and wellness, to the abstract things like thinking about your thinking and why you believe what you say you believe. So open your hearts, open your minds, and let us reason together. Thank you. Here I am. All right. Oh, yeah, that's enough. Simmer down. Okay, keep going. Never mind. Hello, everybody. It's Wes Mullins here today to talk to you about essential oils and men. Because I'm a man. I'm a manly man. I'm a sensitive manly man. And as being a manly man, I want to probe into this idea about essential oils in men and why there's this stigma that seems to be that essential oils are simply and solely a woman's thing. It's a woman's world. And that men shouldn't be as invested into this. And men are more skeptical. They're completely more skeptical about the benefits and uses of essential oils. And it's just kind of crazy considering that the company, Young Living, that Nina and I work for, was in fact created, sustained, and promoted by a man. Dr. Gary Young is the person who created it. And if there was ever a man's man, it would be Dr. Gary Young. Dr. Young was just an incredible man. I'm saying the word man a lot. I'm just trying to drive this point home that this is a man's world as well as a woman's world. Never thought I'd have to stand up for men in this world. It seems kind of weird to have to do. But I want to talk about how manly oils are. Dr. Gary Young, he would joust. He did dog sledding. He did tractor and trailer driving from up in Columbia, British Columbia, and the ice and the snow. He has teams of horses that pull the trees. Literally, anything manly you can think of, he's done. He's been in small planes that have been flying really close to the treetops, and literally the guy was an adventure nut. He has paddled down the Amazon, up the Amazon, a true man's man searching for essential oils. So this stigma that essential oils are solely for women is a complete misnomer, and one that has just been permeated because a lot of women were the first to latch on to the uses of oils because they smell good, and women started being attracted to the diffusing of them, and so men said, if women are doing this, it's bad. By the way, the oil of the week that we're promoting here on Magic is Essential Radio is peppermint. I have some peppermint in my water that I drink. I have a special concoction that I drink each and every morning. It is half a tablespoon of sea salt. It is a couple drops of lemon, a couple drops of peppermint, some drops of digize, drops of thieves, some drops of clove. I mix it up a little bit, but the key ingredients, peppermint and lemon, are in my water nearly every day. It helps aid in digestive support and gives me a quick pick-me-up for the morning. Fantastic. Those of you who might not like that, but I love the saltiness of the water. I got used to drinking that with hot lemons and salt. So, peppermint oil. It is worth its weight in oil. Why are men so resistant to essential oils? Well, let me take you through a little bit of why I was in the beginning. Number one, because I'd always heard the adage, if it's too good to be true, it's probably a lie. If it's too good to be true, it's probably a lie. Well, I actually thought that essential oils were too good because it's this liquid out of a plant. I thought it was like, I can just squeeze a plant. There's moisture that comes out of the plant, That moisture is the oil they're putting into a bottle. There's no way that's helping me. So my personal objections were, I thought they were snake oils, I thought it was placebo effect, and I thought it was just another money-making marketing scheme that people were going to try to take and put me in a box and trap me into some sort of pyramid scheme. Right? Those were my main objections when I came into it. I quickly found out that that wasn't the case. Number one, the people who were taking me through the oils were not insistent on pressuring me into buying something. We had initially said, hey, have you tried this? And it was just a simple presentation of, hey, try this oil, or hey, try this. It was nothing like, you have to buy this, buy. If you don't do it, you'll die. There wasn't any of this pressure that I felt, which put me at ease right away. Second objection was placebo effect. I thought, these only work because people want them to work because they want to make money and they want to promote their company. So if they want to promote their company and they want to make money, then they're going to think they work, and they're actually going to work to some degree. So I thought that the effectiveness of the oil was linked to the amount of belief people had inside of the oils. Well, what I quickly found out was that wasn't true. As I began to use the oils, I found that they were more effective than other things that I had tried to support health in my body. Preventative health in particular. It created in me a healthy lifestyle wherein I no longer got sick. I didn't have to go to the doctor to get antibiotics and steroids and this kind of drug and that kind of drug, because my body was regulating at a very high level and my gut health was very good. So when bacteria did come, when viruses did come, I may be sick for an hour or two, or maybe even feel bad for a day. The next day I'm right back up and at it again, because I had taken time to create an atmosphere and a regimen in my body for preventative health. So it wasn't placebo effect. This stuff really actually helped support my systems holistically. There is my puppy dog Blue. She's coming because she's not getting any attention. And the other one was snake oils, which is along the same lines. But when I had needed support in Nepal for the first time, and the oils gave me great digestive support, and the fact that I was drinking hot lemons every day and not getting sick, and I was taking probiotics, and that was helping me, that the idea that a plant-based preventative health measures actually might not be too far-fetched. And so it was my personal experience that alleviated my objections. And so one of the key things why I think men, talking to you guys, are so resistant and recalcitrant, there you go, that's a good word of the day, recalcitrant, to this phenomenon of essential oils, which is not really a phenomenon. They've been around thousands and thousands of years. They're listed in the Old Testament. They talk about essential oils, and we distill them and get them the exact same way they did back then. So we're using the same oils they did 3,500 years ago. So it's not really a fad, but it's a fad now because we're getting to this mindset of becoming holistically healthy and trying to create good environments for our body to live in. And so things that are plant-based and things that are organic are starting to rise to the top. So that's why it seems like it's a fad. But I think one of the reasons why men are so resistant to this is because of lack of exposure to the oils. And what I mean of lack of exposure to oils, I don't just mean lack of exposure to their wife or their mom or their aunt using them, but lack of them using them, the lack of exposure, the personal experience with the oil. There are oils that are actually made just for men. For men. Just for men. There are oils that actually work better in a male body. But there are certain oils that, when put together, actually help support masculine systems that are natural and plant-based. It's amazing. So one of these that I like, and So men out there, I'm suggesting that you guys try these oils and not just try, oh, there's the joy, there's the flowery rose and the jasmine. I'm not talking about those oils. I'm talking about they're actually oils that men like and that are actually beneficial to the masculine system. So Northern Lights Black Spruce. Now, this is not made for men, but this Northern Lights Black Spruce is an oil that just smells like masculinity. I'm sorry, it just smells like this is a man. This is a lumberjack sweat right here, in a really nice smelling way, in a really good way. Not a bad sweat, but this is the musk of a lumberjack in a sense. Now, this Northern Lights Black Spruce helps support the immune system, and this is kind of a cool thing. The Lakota Native Americans used to use this oil to help them communicate with the Great Spirit. Now, that's pretty cool. So not only is it go back into 3,500 years ago, but the Native Americans were actually using black spruce, Northern Lights Black Spruce oil as well in their daily lives. Now, there's some other single oils that are very good for men. There is pine, there's cypress, there's the amazing sandalwood. Oh my gosh, sandalwood is incredible. If you guys like the J. Peterman cologne, it has sandalwood in it, and it has this amazing smell to it. You can use Northern Lights Black Spruce or sandalwood. You can use it as cologne, guys. That's all you need. Just a little dab on your neck, a little dab on your wrist, a little dab behind the ear. It is amazing. Or you can just put it in your hands and rub it all over your face and clothes. It just smells fantastic. And because of the sesquiterpenes in it, in sandalwood, the smell lasts for a really, really, really long time. There's Idaho balsam fir, and there are a bunch of other woodsy oils that men can enjoy. Put it into a diffuser, and so when someone walks into a room, like, oh, yeah, this is a man's room. This is have your den, your man cave, and have some Northern Lights black spruce in the diffuser. There's no mistaking it. You walk into a room. These essential oils are not girly in any way. These essential oils are masculine and manly and actually present the strong sense of doing that. So you get to support your immune system, making yourself stronger, and you get to present a perfume odor that also suggests strength as well. This nice woodsy lumberjack musk type smell. It's so good. My favorite. I use Northern Lights Black Spruce literally as a cologne, guys. I'm not joking you. There's an oil blend that Young Living has. They have many. One's called Freedom. Come on, who doesn't love freedom? Everybody loves freedom. There's Valor, Believe, Sacred Mountains, and Mister. Mister as in MR period, Mister. Now, Valor helps courage. It helps you feel courageous. You're like, that sounds silly. I know it does. It does sound silly. But there are certain chemical constituents inside of the oil that work inside of our system with our hormones that actually help us create and sustain feelings of being courageous. You know what? You don't believe me? Try it out. You don't. That's the thing, is have personal experience with these oils, because there is actually Northern Lights Black Spruce inside of Valor. And so what you need to do is you need to try these things out and see if they are. The reason why you're skeptical on a lot of these things is because you actually haven't had personal experience with them. There's also Believe. That's another essential oil blend that helps you sustain confidence and belief. Sacred Mountain. I'm actually not sure what Sacred Mountain does. It just smells amazing. It has all the woodsy oils in it as well. Mister, though. Mister is one that is very important, because Mister is one that does not just help your hormones or your thinking or any kind of frequency stuff like that. Mister actually helps you support your testosterone and supports your libido and your I'm blanking here on a second. Prostate support. There it is. So it helps prostate support, testosterone support, and libido support. It is not just an oil where you're dealing with, placebo, this might help. No, it actually is. It is blended specifically to help prostate, testosterone, and libido, and support those systems in your body. Like preventative health, is very much helping you sustain the levels that are needed and beneficial for you. All right. So we've knocked out that we have personal objections, lack of exposure. Stereotypically, it's a woman's world. Lack of experience in your life. You haven't used those in your life. So let's look at Young Living as not just an oil company. That's the other thing too, is most people see Young Living and they think, well, Young Living is simply, it's an oils company. They just make little bottles of oil, and it just doesn't seem very manly to hold this little tiny bottle of oil in my hand and be rubbing oils on me all day. That's what yoga moms do. That's what yoga instructors do. And the 21st century woman is all about putting oils in. That's not a very masculine thing to do. However, Young Living has many other products other than just oils. So if the oils are a turnoff to you because of simply the state that they're in, Young Living offers supplements. So if you like to work out, they actually offer a great recovery drink called Amino Wise, and it helps support muscle restoration. And it tastes fantastic, and it helps you recover from exercise. So you go out and you put a hard day's work in, being a lumberjack, or you go to the gym and you pump some iron. Take a scoop of that and put it in some water, and it's fantastic. It really does taste amazing. My kids love it. I love it. And it helps support your systems there. And it's so good. So they have other supplements like sulfurzymes. They have Agiles. I'm just off the top of my head here because I wasn't going to go down this route, but now we're going here. So Agiles, they have Super C, which is like a super mega dose of vitamin C. So if you're a guy that likes supplements, well, they have a whole line of supplements. You're like, I like Red Bull. You know what? They have their own version of Red Bull using Ningxia Red, right? Now, Ningxia Red is something, guys, that every guy who wants to be a guy, who wants to be punching that man card over and over again, needs to be taking a shot or two of Ningxia Red every day. Because no matter how great you are, or you think you are, you can be better. And Ningxia Red is the way to be better. If I didn't have Ningxia Red when I was in Oxford last year, the lectures would have gone straight over my head. I would have been sitting there going, duh. Because of the level and the stress level that was there with the amount of work we had to do, my brain was constantly overloaded. Yet Ningxia Red helped support my brain function until I felt like my brain I felt like it was on point all the time. Now, why am I saying that? Because I had to go without it for like 2 weeks, and my brain felt like it was in mud, like it was quagmire. Ningxia Red again, and bam, 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 right back up to the peak performance for my brain using Ningxia Red. Oh, and a quick disclaimer here. I'm going to throw this quick disclaimer right there. Those of you that don't know, I am not a physician. I am not a doctor. One day I hope to be a doctor, but that would be a doctor of philosophy, not a doctor of medicine. When I'm sharing about essential oils, I'm sharing from personal experience, and I'm sharing because they've made an impact in my life. I'm not trying to make any claims of the FDA or anything like that. I'm just saying, here's what I've done. Here's what they've helped support. It's plant-based, 100%, all organic, all natural. There is literally nothing in the bottle. If it says tea tree, it has tea tree. If it says eucalyptus, it has eucalyptus, 100%. That's it. And I'm saying that these oils have impacted my life, and I want to share it with you. All right? Now, stepping back in, getting back to Ningxia Red. Ningxia Red is this amazing drink from wolfberries. The wolfberries in the Ningxia province in China. Now, they found out that people in this Ningxia province actually lived a longer time. And they found out they had a steady diet of wolfberries, which are very super high in antioxidants, and I believe vitamin C. And these wolfberries were also watered from the mountains of the Himalayas. The Himalayan mountains the water would come down from the glaciers, and it would feed into the wolfberries, bringing all those natural I want to say additives and preservatives, the nutrients, there we go, the nutrients, and bring all these minerals, that's what the minerals down into it. And so These wolfberries are harvested by Young Living, and they're blended into this drink that is just maybe the best thing on the planet, the best tasting thing on the planet. The kids, when we say Ningxia Red, they come sprinting from wherever they are. You chill this in the refrigerator, and it's amazing. So those of you that like energy drinks, I'm telling you, they have their own Ningxia drink here that has sparkling water. It tastes like it's like a Red Bull. Has a little bit of white tea and green tea extract in it, so it's got a little caffeine boost. Got the Ningxia flavor to it. It's got the sparkling water. So good. So Ningxia Red, all you need is a shot or two of it a day, and it's going to revolutionize and absolutely change your life. Now, some of those guys out there, you guys like a clean house, right? Or you like to work on cars. Every time you use the chemicals that clean your house or clean your car or wash your hands, you use Gojo and things like that. Every time you do something like that, you're taking toxic chemicals at some level and you're putting it on your person, or you're breathing it into your lungs, and it's soaking into your skin, and it's messing with your cellular levels and your molecule levels, which messes with your hormones, which messes with your thinking and your mind. It has this big, huge effect even on your gut. So Young Living has a cleaner that's called Thieves Cleaner, that you can take every other cleaner in your entire house, every cleaner you use, window cleaner, bathroom cleaner, you can take all of it. You can throw all of those toxic things away, because each of them have a toxic chemical in them, and you can replace it. You go to Walmart and you buy a little empty plastic bottle, and they have them in the cleaning section. It's an empty plastic bottle. It costs about $1 to $1.25, and you buy the Ningxia from Young Living, not the Ningxia, the Thieves from Young Living, and you take a cap full of that, and you take a capful. It's less than an ounce. You take a capful of that, and you pour it into that empty Walmart or Target or whoever empty cleaning bottle, and then you fill it full of water, and you have one of the best and most potent and amazing cleaners have you ever seen. Now, those of you are like, well, I go work on a car and I get grease on my hands. Yep. Get a little foam dispenser off Amazon, a little foaming hand dispenser. Get some Dr. Bronner's Castile soap. Sorry, my brain, I need my Ningxia right now. Some Castile soap. Take a capful of Thieves, or if you think it's going to be really dirty, take 2 capfuls of Thieves, put it inside that foaming hand pump with 2/3 Castile soap and the other third water. Shake it up, and I won't guarantee, but I'm going to say that's probably going to be the best thing to get dirt off your hands. I was out working on brakes and had wheel grease and brake dirt and grime and all that on my hands. I washed it with that concoction I just mentioned to you, and my hands are as pretty as they've ever been. So there are many things that Young Living offers that are not simply oils. They have a whole line. They even have a cookware. They have pots and pans, and they have cereal. They have pancake mix. They have maple syrup. Literally, guys, they have so much stuff that is not just oil. So if you want to be healthy and you want to take preventative measures, but you're afraid of the stigma of using oils as something girly, I'm telling you, it's not even close to being a girly thing. It's about being a human thing. It's about being organic matter and using organic matter to help sustain your organic systems, instead of using synthetic and processed things. I mean, guys, most of the food we eat, most of the products we use in our house, they're synthesized, they're synthetics, and they're processed full of additives, and they're full of all this stuff. And we just put those into our bodies all the time. If you're one of those people who says, well, I don't care, I use Dove shampoo, or I use Old Spice, or I use whatever, and it works for me, ask yourself the question, what is in the products I'm using? Could the products I'm using be causing or adding to the level of sickness in my life or the level of health in my life? Speaking from experience, of the household chemicals and of the hygiene chemicals we use in our houses and we use in our everyday life, there are like 4 main diseases or sicknesses that can come from the chemicals inside of a lot of the product. Not all of them, but a lot of the products that we use. Cancer is one. Infertility is another. Asthma and sinus breathing issues is another. Developmental issues is another. There's 4. Of the 4, I have had 3. And I'm 41 years old. And I had in my late 20s, early 30s, I had all 3 of those. I had cancer, infertility, and chronic sinus issues. You can say it was coincidence, or you can look at all the chemical things that I'm putting into my body on a daily basis, and it bioaccumulates. It accumulates in the body over time, because a lot of these things, guys, let me just throw this out here. So one of the arguments that drives me nuts, it comes back, is that, well, the FDA says that that they can put a certain amount of this carcinogenic material inside of your shampoo, and it's negligible. It's not going to affect the body. Maybe, but if I put that in my body every single day, see, they're saying if you put this into your body, it's going to have a negligible effect on you. Yes, maybe once, maybe twice. What about over 30 years? What about that chemical being in your body and it interacting with the other molecules and cells around you? It may start disrupting the cellular levels that you have, because it's building up into your body. I know someone who has MTRH, I think is what it is, and it actually, their body will not filter toxins. So even the most negligible amount of toxin inside of a household product will just remain in their body. Their body doesn't have a way to detoxify. Because here's the thing. Your liver is the main organ used to detoxify the body. Right? Your liver is what is used to detoxify the body. Now, if I am inundating that liver with the amounts of sugar that we are eating, that processed sugar we're eating in our daily lives, from our coffees to our donuts to our breads to our wheats to our cheeses, all these things that we're eating that have processed sugar in them for flavor on a daily basis. I mean, if you think about the amount of sugar that's in a soda, it's like 6 tablespoons of sugar in one soda. Your liver reacts to sugar like a poison and tries to filter it out. So your liver is working overtime to filter out the amount of sugar we're putting in our bodies. Then we put a toxic chemical on top of it. It might be negligible to a healthy liver, but is it negligible to a liver that actually is inundated with the amount of sugar that we're putting on it? My guess is not. That's not the only thing. Dryer sheets, laundry detergent has carcinogenic materials in them. And guess what? The dryer sheets and the carcinogenic materials inside of laundry detergent. You can look it up. Look up the ingredients on the back of your laundry detergent. There's 2 apps you can get. One is called Think Dirty, and the other is called Healthy Living from EWG. You scan the barcode, it'll tell you how safe and what chemicals are actually inside of your deodorants and things, and your laundry detergents and dryer sheets. But think about this, guys. Laundry detergent and dryer sheets are the thing we need to worry about the most, because there is not a second of the day, unless you live in a nudist colony, wherein that the chemicals inside of the laundry detergent and the dryer sheets are not on your body, constantly soaking in to your skin, constantly interacting and affecting your cells. Right? If there is a carcinogenic material in there, it is constantly 24/7 being soaked into your skin. And you can't tell me that negligible amount, given 365 days a year, 24/7, will not have an effect at some point in your life. What I'm saying is, you are worth it. You and your family are worth it to think about your health, to think about why you choose to buy the products you do. And if you think, you know what, maybe I could stand to do something different, there is an alternative. Young Living offers a myriad of products to help you with preventative health, to help you with your daily life, with your cleaning products. The internet is full, and Magic is Essential has these as well. Our website has these as well, of do-it-yourself, DIY, I always get that mixed up, DIY, do-it-yourself recipes. We make our own deodorant, we make our own laundry detergent, I make my own hand soap, I make my own dish soap, I even make my own dishwasher soap. And usually it takes like 3 minutes to make it, and I make a ton of it. Why? Because I don't want my kids asking the exact same questions when they get cancer or they have infertility issues or they have chronic sinus issues and go, what did my dad or parents, what kind of products were I putting in my life? Because my generation was the first real generation to live completely on synthetic and processed foods and synthetic and processed cleaners. We were like one of the first generations to live brought solely up on microwaved foods and other stuff. We were the first ones. Now the generations after us are as well. And you're seeing the rise of cancers. You're seeing the rise of infertility. Guys, the Cancer Association said that only 90 to 95%, 90 to 95% of cancer is preventable. Only 5 to 10% of cancer is actually hereditary. Maybe the reason why your mother had cancer or your father had cancer and then you get cancer is not because it's hereditary, but it's because you have the exact same environments, the same toxic environments. That seems to be a more plausible scenario. So, I'm going to wrap it up here with this, guys, and say that if you want to really do a big, huge punch on your man card, take care of your family, take care of your life, take care of your home and your environment, and create a place that is going to let you and your family prosper in health and which will help you prosper in life. So take that big step, man up and experience some essential oils. And if you guys are interested in doing this, I have a challenge for you, or you're interested in learning more about this, I have a challenge for you. Text me or direct message me and say, hey, Wes, I'm willing to host a class. I'm willing to put you to the test. I'm willing to put these oils to the test. I'll host a class. I'll bring my buddies over. We'll do beer or pipes or bourbon. We'll have a bourbon night and we'll come over and we'll talk essential oils. We'll man up and do this. I'm going to take you at your word and do this. I'd love that, guys. So anybody who wants to host their friends over, bring it on. I will be glad to come to your class. I'll be glad to come to your house, come wherever. If you're like, hey, I want to know more about this, but I don't really want anyone to know, I'll meet with you one-on-one. We can go to a coffee shop. We can go where no one knows your name. We can go to Cheers. We can go anywhere and just talk about this one-on-one, and you can learn more about it. You can follow us at Unabashedly Resolute on Instagram, Magic is Essential on Instagram, or go to magicisessential.com for our website. Also, we have a Magic is Essential page on Facebook. Follow us and join our team at Magic is Essential. Change your life for the better. There is a better way to do life. There is a happier way to do life. And it's when we get the toxins out. And we also let go of this notion, guys, that essential oils are only for women. They are for men. And the manliest of men use them, and the manliest of men actually help bring them back into mainstream. Thank you guys so much for listening. Have a great day.